Cheer. You already know it's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com. Your boy's back and I done did it again one more time. Yeah, there's a little something different about me today. I don't know what it is, but you guys let me know. All right. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Make sure you leave a comment on the live chat so I could give you guys a shout out and, show you guys some love. Okay. Yeah, man. So today we're going to be looking for job opportunities for junior developers, entry-level positions. That's what we're focusing on. We don't care about the senior. We don't care about the mid-level. We care about junior and entry-level positions. So yeah, let's do it. All right, cool. Let me go in and share my screen real quick. Let me close this, and here we go. All right, cool. So this is the page, right? Indeed.com. This is where I suggest for you guys to start your search. So again, give me 1 second. I'm just setting up the camera. I don't know why my camera's not showing up here. So just to make sure it pops up. Let me see. Is it here? There we go. Cool. Look at you, boy. All right, cool. So let's go in and start searching, right? With what I always recommend for you guys to search for is HTML. Start from there and then work yourself up from that position. Okay. Shout out to Henry Garrido, aka Henry Coates. Yo, what's good, man? Fresh look. Yeah, man. I actually was gonna let my beard grow, but then it started getting too itchy. I said, I'm gonna just take everything off. Start fresh. So yeah, let's do this. Okay. So let's see what's popping up in here, right? Webmaster already popping up. Okay, state of Georgia. There's always some institution looking to hire, right? Again, what they're using, of course, Drupal. For those of you guys that don't know, Drupal is very popular in government institutions, and basically it's a CMS system. As you can see here, also too, they're looking for somebody to help them manage their campaigns using MailChimp, Constant Contact. So that's pretty cool. So again, this is why we focus on Coding Phase on those two things from the beginning, right? People don't believe me when I tell you this is what you guys got to do, okay? You focus on content editing, which is like the easiest job position, which is managing a website. The website's already built, right? You're using CMS system to manage the website. And then from there, you want to continue going into HTML email developer. By having both of these career paths, basically allows you to go in and apply to a whole bunch of jobs that will give you that entry level position. Okay. So yes, there's a lot of companies that's looking for both, right? If you have both and you have that knowledge, guess what? It gives you a leg above everybody else because most people don't know about these things. All they know is React and all they know is Next.js. So guess what? That's the advantage that you have. Okay. E-commerce specialist in Puerto Rico. For those of you guys that don't know, Puerto Rico basically don't pay nothing over there. I feel bad for the people from Puerto Rico, right? Most developer jobs are not good and they have to come here to Florida and other parts of the U.S. to work because they don't pay nothing in Puerto Rico. $22,000, $26,000 for a full-time job? No, thank you. All right, let's continue going down the list. Okay, marketing coordinator, Palms Beach, Helios Commercial Service Partners. Right, look at this. Okay, again, this is what is considered email development, right? So whenever you see this marketing coordinator, don't get scared. Okay. A lot of this stuff is the same things that you're basically learning on as an email developer. So you can definitely apply to those positions. This is why I also told you guys, you gotta learn about Google Analytics, right? It just helps you out. Same thing as Photoshop or similar graphic program, right? If you know Sketch, Figma, right, you should be fine. Okay, let's continue from here. Okay, Salesforce Marketing Cloud Builder, Senior Associate. Okay, again, this is more, I'm not going to say senior, even though they say Senior Associate. This is an email developer position. But when you're talking about companies like this, like JP Morgan Chase, they're going to want to have at least 6 months, a year of experience. But guess what? There's going to be a bag behind it. Okay. So that's the cool thing. You could come in, start with a job that pays you 65, 75,000, right? Your next job, you could go in and go for one of these companies, which will pay you way more. Okay, but in the beginning, you want to definitely go for something that's gonna get you in. Okay, the job pay in the beginning, yes, we want to get paid as much as we want, right? But always think about it like this: you're not going back to college, right? You're not spending 4 years out of your life to become a developer. But guess what? You are gonna have to go in and put in the work, right? You're gonna have to get experience, right? And it's fine. Sometimes you might see a job like this, 53 to 63,000. You might say, this is too low. But the truth is that if you haven't found a job in the last 6 months or the last year, guess what? You might as well take it and use that to help you go and land the bigger roles. And at least you have some money coming in. Okay. Let me see. Reading through here. PHP developer. Let's see. Okay. Proficiency in PHP, right? Again, PHP developer, WordPress. Yeah, it's a great job to start with. Okay, let me see. Continue over here. Testing engineer. Nope. Senior WordPress web developer. Okay, this again another position for those of you guys that's focusing on PHP. WordPress is always going to be a good thing. Okay, it's not the most fun platform, right? But guess what? It pays, right? Pays the bills. Okay, let me see from here. Let's continue. Let me go up here real quick. Make sure that we are on date. Yes. So we're looking at all the jobs that were posted recently, right? So most likely today, this morning. Okay, so let's see in here. WordPress developer, $60, $70 an hour. Info origin, again, for those of you guys that keep saying PHP, WordPress, that don't pay. I mean, you could come up with the calculator. We could bring up the calculator real quick and we could do the math on this, okay? How much is 60? Let's say you get 64, right? 64 times 40, okay? Times 52, right? That's $133,000. Not bad for something that's dead, right? Not bad for a PHP that, people say is dead and there's no future and this is not. Like, bro, trust me. There's a reason why PHP developers are driving around in a Lambo and a lot of guys is on a Tesla. The cheap one at that. Getting the $35,000 Tesla. Okay? Let's see. Let's continue from here. Senior marketing specialist. Again, this is also part of email development. Okay. A lot of the stuff that you're going to see in here is, again, right? Act on Google Analytics, CRM, WordPress, right? Yeah, so not bad. Let's see when here it says base salary is 67K, full-time position, opportunity for up to 5% KPI bonus. Not bad, right? Again, this is why you cannot get scared about senior marketing specialist or anything that says senior. Just make sure you read it, right? There's no senior developer getting paid 60 something thousand dollars. Okay. That just means that they're looking for somebody that knows what they're doing, right? And if you can demonstrate that, you could get the position. But always think about the range. A senior developer is looking for $90,000 and up. He's not taking this job position. This is the positions that you, as an entry level, junior level developer, this is the ones that you're going to be able to get. Because those guys, they're not taking that. Okay? Let's continue with this. All right. Let's see. What's this? Guidewire portal developer? What the hell is Guidewire? Career from let's see. Okay, this is something different. Okay, let's continue. Okay, creative graphic designer. Let's continue going to the next. And again, you're going to find opportunities in here that you wouldn't find anywhere else because you're just looking for HTML. But it will show you a whole bunch of positions that have nothing to do with you. Okay, content engineer. Let's see what's going on with this one. Okay, Contium, a certified veteran-owned company, not only does world class. Okay, Contium has been trusted corporate content partner for organizations such as American Express, the U.S. federal government, the Home Depot. Okay, Contium seeking experienced content engineer to support content management system and assist our clients with their publishing operations. Okay, right. CMS basically. Okay. Let's see in here. I want to see which CMS system they use. Okay, proficient using XML. Publishing, pharmaceuticals, legal. Okay, so they're not giving you much of information in here. This is probably like a third-party company, right? And again, they got content engineer, content engineer, content engineer. Okay, so they're looking for a couple of content engineers in different areas. All right, cool. By the way, for anybody that's watching this live stream, guys, there's a link in the description of this video. Okay, that link in the description is going to give you access to codingphase.com 7 days for free. Okay, it's a trial. Okay, I'm giving you guys a trial because I know a lot of people, they're like, hey Joe, can we do a call? Can we do this and that? Can we find out if this program works for me? Look, there's no better way to finding out if something works for you than actually trying the service out. Okay, so right now in the description of this video, let me see if I get the link. Okay, youtube.com, coding phase. Okay, this is the video. All right, and in here you have this link that will bring you directly to our platform. And in here, you basically got the diamond membership, okay? You can come in 30% off. Not only are you getting 30% off, but you could literally start with $0, okay? Start your first 7 days without even paying anything. Come try the service out and basically come sign up to Coding Phase. If you want to learn how to code, you want to learn the skills to be able to get these type of jobs that we're looking at right now, this is the platform, okay? There's a lot of people that have gotten hired at Coding Phase. You can look it up. You could go in, search, do your Googles, right? Come in, check out the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of people that have came through Coding Phase. Shout out to Henry, who's in the chat. I was actually looking at Henry's videos basically earlier today before I dropped the new video that I released this morning. And I was like looking at all the live streams that we did, all of the different accountability meetings. And it's just crazy. Like you go in, you see the whole process, right? You see the process of when Henry came in on, I believe it was like June around there. Came in, he's like, hey man, I talked to him on the phone. I told him, hey, this weekend, go take this course, start working on this project. Dude came in the next the next Monday, right? Like I talked to him on Friday, and this is how you know when you want to get something done and you're like against the wall, you're like, all right, I'm gonna make this happen, right? You don't waste no time, because that's the thing that a lot of people do. They waste time. And this thing doesn't take that much work, right? It is work, but you just have to be consistent and say, okay, this is my goal. I want to go in and go through this courses this whole month. I want to go in and be at a point where I could be applying to jobs by the end of the month. That's exactly what Henry did, right? I was looking at the live streams and I'm like, man, it's crazy how this dude, I talked to him on Friday. On Monday, he already came in and he's like, yo, I got a portfolio template. I did this and that. Here's the projects that I've got, right? Like he wasted no time. So when people come in and say, how does this guy get to get hired in a month and a half? It's very simple. He came in, he did the work, and then from there, he came back every single week through the accountability meetings and say, hey, this is my work, Joe. Come check this out. Give me your feedback. Every time I gave him a feedback, he went back, he fixed it, he did it, came back the next week. Boom, this is what I got for you, Joe. Okay, great. Everything's good. What other projects I got to do? What else do I have to fix in my portfolio? Cool, let's do this. Oh, we got to go in and add Drift. We got to go in and add Google Analytics. Great. Let's go in. Boom. By the end of the month, he was already having everything done. Okay? So again, this is the same thing that a lot of you guys can do. All you have to do is come to Coding Phase, do the work. Okay? It's that simple. All right. Once you get to the part where you have your portfolio, that's the fun part. That's where we go in and we start optimizing your portfolio, looking at the data, looking at how many people have actually looked at your portfolio. How can we convert them to book a call? The more calls that you get, the more interviews that you get, your highest chance of getting hired that month goes all the way up. Okay. So that's the point. Okay. So when you come to Coding Phase, come in. Have this in your mindset that, hey, I'm here to work. I'm not here to play around. I already played around my whole life. This time around, I'm going to get my shit done. Okay, so come through Coding Phase. Links in the description, like I said. Okay, literally, like, there's no excuse. If you say, well, I don't know if I should do this. Guys, I'm giving you a 7-day free trial. This is like limited time only. You know me, I don't go in and do free trials. I'm doing this for a lot of you guys that's on the fence and like y'all want to come in or y'all want to book a call with me. It's like instead of booking a call with me, guess what? Just sign up to the trial, come to the Coding Phase meeting on Monday, and then from there, you're going to see the whole process. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't like it, cancel it and goodbye. Keep it moving. Go to wherever the hell you need to go to, right? But at least you came in, you saw the courses, you started working on the projects, you did one of the meetings and said, okay, is this for me? Can I do this every week? And if you can't do it, cancel and keep it moving. But for those of you guys that want it, guess what? Your first 7 days is free. Okay, come in. All right, so let's continue with this. All right. Let me see. What else we have in here? A lot of .NET jobs, man. That's crazy. Another one, AEM. This is another position for CMS. Those of you guys that want to go on that route, content management systems, content editor, right? This is AEM, guys. Now, again, AEM is a little bit different. It's a CMS system that is built on top of Java. It's part of Adobe's products. So, yes, this is like one of those systems that is only done in corporate companies. Okay. This is why they pay a lot of money, $60 to $75 an hour. Right. But guess what? This is an ecosystem. Once you get into this ecosystem, you're good. Okay. I can tell you right now, there's not a union for developers, but this is as close as you're going to get to a union. Like, it's one of those skills that, guess what? It's like Salesforce. Like, you become a Salesforce developer. You start with Salesforce Marketing Hub, right? And then from there, you continue learning more about Salesforce, the platform, and become a Salesforce developer. Like, you're good. Like, that's your career right there alone. You don't have to work for anybody else. You don't have to keep up with every single programming language, every single framework that's out there. You're basically working in an ecosystem. All of the different applications are done the same way. They're all different websites, different blogs, different way to manage the sites. But guess what? Because this ecosystem is built a certain way, every single website is done the same way. So whatever happens on one happens on all the other ones. So again, shout out to Dorian Develops, who's also an AEM developer. So shout out to him. He was one of the first ones to put me on AEM. He was like, yo, AEM is another great CMS system. This is what I do. And I'm like, oh, word? He's like, yeah, bro, I'm killing it right now. I'm making mad money on this. And I'm like, all right, let me look into it. Once I dove a little bit deeper, I was like, oh, shoot, this is like this is like a whole ecosystem they have in here. Okay. Shout out to Henry. Henry says, I wasn't playing any games. So many things I had to sacrifice, but now I'm working from home and having an awesome pay and benefits. The company I work for is super happy about my work ethic and blessed. Hashtag blessed. Shout out to Henry. Making it happen. Yeah, man. That's how it is, man. You either coming here to waste time or you actually come here to get results. You know, we're gonna give you 50%, right? Which is 50% for you to get to your goal, but you gotta put the other 50%, right? If you don't put the other 50%, there's no way that we could do anything for you. Codingphase.com is like think of it like a gym, right? That's why we have the membership, right? We could go in and sell you every single course, right? But the truth is that it takes a lot of work. This is something that a lot of people don't understand. Like, it's not just about learning how to code, right? You actually need to learn specific skills for a specific job. So we could go in and nickel and dime you to death, right? Like some people do. They go in and create a course and sell you every single course. But to me, what I want is I want to get you results. It's not just about going in and saying, well, I'm gonna go and teach you a course. It's like a lot of people don't get results like that. That's why you see people with like 20,000 Udemy courses and they haven't completed any of them, right? That doesn't work. I'm telling you guys right now, that shit doesn't work like that. You have to have like a curriculum that could really show you the whole thing that you need for getting a specific job, not just one skill. So again, I'll show you guys right now what I'm talking about. So again, this is a tech accelerator. This is your guide. This is everything. Okay. For you to become a web producer, content editor, web administrator, right? Again, WordPress developer, right? Shopify administrator, product editor, etc. There's skills that you need for that job. And it's not just coding, right? Of course, you need to know what a text editor is. You need to know HTML, CSS. Because yes, even though you're using a CMS system, there's going to be times that you're going to have to go in and basically build, custom sections, right? And most of the time it's going to be just HTML, CSS. Here and there, you might have to use some JavaScript, but it's not even, I would say it's like a 5% chance that you got to use JavaScript at some point. But most of the work is going to be done through formatting the page, right? Again, shout out to one of the students that works at ESPN, right? When you go in and you say, well, ESPN, what is ESPN? ESPN is a website that basically publishes all the news and videos for what's happening in sports. Guess what? This things is not going to get out of here automatically by themselves. There's people that work at Disney, right? Which is ESPN. It's part of Disney, right? They work there, and guess what? Someone has to write these articles, right? When those articles get written, then someone has to make sure that these articles have the right format. For example, like this area here, this is not going to be added automatically. This is actually added using HTML, CSS, and using some components that are built with HTML, CSS, pretty much like a templating language. You basically get to add this part here. Same thing with all of the sections here where you have like the different pages from the different players, etc. Right? Someone has to make sure that these links are going to the right place. The person who wrote the article, basically they send it to you, right? And your job is to make sure to add the different assets for the sections on the website and make sure that everything is legit. Like, it's linking to the right place, having the right videos, the right information, etc. And guess what? That's your job. Okay. But you're using a CMS system. Now, this one is using React. So most likely they're using another type of, another type of maybe Contentful. They could be using AEM. I don't know the exact details of everything that they use for ESPN, right? But I could tell you right now that all of this is done through a CMS system. That's 100% for sure. Okay. So yeah, when you come in, you got to learn all of those things, right? Learn how to use a CMS system. Learn what a content management system is, right? Let's say one for like WordPress, which is managing a whole website, right? Then you have things like Shopify, which is e-commerce. How do you use e-commerce CMS systems? How do you use a headless CMS system like Contentful? These are the things that we go in and we teach you inside of this course, right? We even teach you about HubSpot, which is another corporate CMS system. Again, from there, you got to know at least the basics of design software. How do you get the assets? For example, this images that you might see here, right? This might be, 2,000 megapixel, 4 megapixel image, right? But guess what? You just need this section. You need to crop this. How are you going to crop it? You're going to crop it with a design software, right? You could use Affinity. You could use Figma. You could use Canva. You could use Photoshop. But you need to understand the process of getting assets for your websites, okay? That's why we cover those things in here, okay? And then from there, once you get to that point is, what are the projects that you need to build? Okay. Once you get to that point, that's what you're going to be working on. So yeah, it's not just, hey, give me one course. There's multiple courses and skills that you need to learn to be able to get the job. That's what most people don't tell you. Right. That's the problem of like when you go in and you go online and say, well, how do you become a front end developer? And then they tell you, well, just take a JavaScript course and take a React course. And it's like, no, there's more things that you need to learn to be able to get the job. Okay, so it's not just the languages, it's not just the framework. This is what people mess up at. Okay, so again, web experience manager, let's see, right? Reports to the college assistance dean for marketing communications. This is the University of Illinois. Okay, again, another one, web content development, right? User experience, web strategy development. Okay, look. That should tell you everything. That should tell you enough where you be like, all right, they asking for a GED out here. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, yo, they're asking for a GED, bro. Proficiency with WordPress and Drupal, right? Again, once you learn WordPress, you pretty much know Drupal. But yeah, let's continue down the line. Let's see what else. Salesforce QA engineer, remote, ensuring digital. QA engineering is not bad too. That's also another way to get in. It's not something that I focus too much on, but QA is definitely another way for you to get in. Again, testing application, making sure everything is good. So yeah. Let me see what else we got here. Good old Cloudflare, making sure that you're not scraping their website. Okay, Paris Junior College, Web Systems Administrator. Again, this is why it's important to search for HTML, because let's be honest, how many of you guys is going to search online? Web Systems Administrator, right? You're not going to search that. Most likely you would have searched front-end developer, web developer, JavaScript developer, React developer, back-end developer, right? So guess what? These type of jobs, you would have missed it, okay? Again, this is a entry-level position, and that's what we're looking at, okay? I know there's a couple of millionaires in the chat and in the live chat. There's always some dude that's saying, hey, man, that's so low. My guy, sorry, next time I'll look for the ones that say, millionaire and millionaire stack, or I don't know. Because there's always some dude that's online that's like, he don't got a job, right? And he telling other people that looking for a job, yo, that pay is too low. Motherfucker, you don't got a job. You got a whole year looking for a job and you can't find a job. And you telling other people not to take a job, right? This is why you in that position, right? So there's always a millionaire, somebody rich in the chat, right? So shout out to them. All right, cool. Let me see what's in here, right? I want to see in the chat, man. If you're here, you're watching this live, guys. This is how I stay motivated, right? This is how I know that there's people in here. This is how I know that we're providing value, that we're answering questions, right? That we helping people. And the only way I'm gonna know that is that you leave something in the chat. If you don't leave nothing in the chat, I don't even know who's in here. I just see a number of 80, 100 people in here, but I don't know who you are. I'd rather know who you are, so then from there we could build a friendship, build a relationship, right? And every time that you come in here, I already know who you is, right? And at the same time, also motivates me, right? Motivates me because then I see new people coming in, new people leaving a message. So I appreciate that. Okay, so Edwin Designs, the calculator never lies. Brad Trippin says, LOL, the Tesla joke. Yeah, bro, this dude's talking about, they think they balling with a Tesla. And they got the $35,000 joint. Like, there's Honda Civics that look better than that. So, yeah. Rainier Luna, shout out to them. Shazi says, hi, Joe, can you help me get a job from America if I'm in Europe? Well, it all depends. I could be honest with you, right? When you are in Europe, right, there's certain things that you can do to find a job here in the United States. Anybody that's outside of the US, there's things that you have to do. Like most of these jobs, they usually want to hire people that's here in the US. Now, if you work from another country, there's things that you can do. Like you could set up a LLC in Delaware, right? There's LLCs that you set up here in the United States, and it's basically like a business. Now you might say, damn, Joe, I gotta set up a business, but you gotta ask yourself, you're like, okay, does it make sense for me to set this up and go through this whole system and everything that I have to do? Think about it like this. I know in Europe, most people are making like 25,000, 30,000, 35,000 pounds. How much is that to dollars, right? Let's go in and pull that up. Let's see, 35,000 pounds to dollar. Okay, so 35,000 pounds is around $45,000 US dollars, right? For you to work here, there's companies that will hire you remote, right? But even if they're not hiring remote to another country, the way how you bypass this is by setting up a business here in the United States that you own, a simple LLC, and then from there, that's gonna be your way to work at companies here. It's like contract to contract base. So they are, instead of paying you using your social security number, which you don't have one, they're gonna pay you through your company. And then from there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pay yourself in your country as a contractor. So it's a way to funnel the payments. The reason why a lot of companies don't want to hire people from offshore is because there's certain taxes and certain things that they have to do that just makes it difficult. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, you guys have like what they call it, the VAT tax and all that stuff. People here don't want to deal with that. People don't want to deal with VAT taxes and shit like that, because that's an extra layer of problems that they have to go through, right? Just to set up, just to pay somebody. So what you're doing is you're saying, well, I'm setting up a company over there and I'm going to be in charge of that. So when they pay you here in the US, right, you have your company, and then now you paying yourself over there and you handle paying your own VAT taxes and everything that you have to pay, right? Does that make sense? So yeah, we can help you. We can teach you all of the skills, but just understand that there is an extra layer of work that you have to do. Now, shout out to Abraham Paniagua, one of the students from Coding Phase. He created a short, how you call this? Short guide for people to be able to do this. So if you're interested in that, definitely sign up to Coding Phase. Come to the platform, connect with Abraham, and I'm pretty sure Abraham will give you that guide. And then it's basically all the steps. I think I have it too, but I have a new computer, so I gotta check where he sent it to me. But yeah, that's the only problem. When you're living outside of the US, you have to understand that yes, if you want to work here, there's certain steps that you have to go through. It's the same thing as like someone who wants to work here and want to get a visa. There's certain things that you have to go through to be able to get that visa. So as long as you understand that, then yes, we can help you. But understand that that part, it's something that you have to do. I'm not doing it for you. Okay? Because sometimes people come in and be like, well, I was going to sign up to coding phase and I thought you guys were going to handle all of that. I'm like, no, I don't handle that. My job is to teach the skills, teach you what type of jobs are available here, which jobs you could qualify for. And then from there, immigration status or work permits, you have to handle that yourself. Okay? Let me see. Shout out to everybody in here in the chat. Tay Baptista. Let's go. Let me see. The Blader says, as a new grad, I'm having such a tough time finding a job despite having 2-3 years of experience in IT. The Blader, the problem is you're probably applying to the wrong jobs, right? Yes, you're a new grad, but what type of jobs you're applying to? What companies you're applying to, right? Also, to what skills do you have? Because you say you got 2 to 3 years of experience in IT, that's different, right? Like if you want to become a web developer, that helps in a sense of like, okay, they could look at you, but now what do you do? What can you do for us, right? Trust me, I went from the same transition. For a lot of the people that don't know, like that's what my degree is in. I have a communication design, right? I went for programming and systems. I got my associates in that, right? But before the communication design, I was just basically IT work. I did that for like 6 months and I was like, all right, bro, I got to get something else. And I quit that job. And from there, the rest is history. I said, I'm not doing no IT. There's no money in there. Okay. Now you got cybersecurity. Now you got cloud engineering, all this stuff. At the time, we didn't see those type of jobs when I was starting. I graduated from school. It was like help desk, support, this and that, resetting passwords, connecting computers, cloning hard drives into a office, right? That has like 20, 30 different computers. And I got to go into every computer, clone every single one and put the new software and all this shit. And like, this is not what I signed up for. Okay. So yeah, IT is different than web development. You got to come in with real experience, right? So that's something that you got to keep in mind. Let me see, reading through here. Hi, Joe. Can you make a video leveraging OpenAI models only to build full-fledged applications? We got something in the works for that at Coding Phase. For those of you guys that don't know and don't understand this, I don't code on YouTube. I don't do any of the work on YouTube. That's not what I do here. I come in and I basically give you guys, videos on tips, advice, look for job opportunities, look at what the market is looking like, right? Things like that. All of the work is done at codingphase.com. We are working already on something for building a full stack application. But to be honest with you, right now I'm in the middle of a different type of course, which is showing people how to actually monetize their skills and be able to get leads and clients. So I got to knock that out first. And then from there, I'm going to jump into building like a full stack application using Cursor AI. And then from there, just building everything using the AI. Now you might say, why Joe, why you're not doing that? Everybody's doing that, right? Because right now we go in and we search on YouTube, right? Everybody's showing a full stack application. A lot of those skills, they're good. But to be honest with you, most of those positions that you are going to be able to build a full stack application, you need experience. So this is the thing, right? Like, I'm not here to get views. I'm not here to, get 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, etc. I'm looking to help people get their first job and then put them on that path to be able to get those full stack positions, right? But yeah, that's why I'm not focusing on that. It's like, if I do that, to be honest with you, I'm like wasting people's time right now. I'd rather go in and get people results and then from there jump into other cool courses like that, because that's what I do on my own, right? But it's just, it doesn't help the new student. The new student right now shouldn't be focusing on full stack development. What they need to be focusing is on how they're gonna get their first job. As you can see, there's plenty of people here that they can't find a job. They have all the skills, right? I want you guys right now to put in on the chat. This is like a live poll, right? We're gonna do a live poll. Let me see if I could do it on the YouTube. Let me see if I could do it here. Give me 1 second. So we could do a live poll real quick. How many of you guys know full stack development and is looking for a job right now? Start a poll, okay? Okay, I want you guys to put in yes, no. Okay. So let me see. Got all the full stack skills, but don't have a job. No, let me see. Let's reword that better. Got all the full stack skills. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put in yes, currently working, and then we're gonna put in start the poll. There you go. Okay. So coding phase. Here's the chat, guys. Okay, I just put it up. Put in no, I'm still a beginner, right? How many of you guys let's see the results, right? Got all the full stack skills, right? Yes, no job, right? Yes, currently working. No, I'm still a beginner, right? 60%. So again, everybody that's here watching, that's 17 votes. All of you guys that's here, there's over 100 people coming in and out. I want you guys to come in and vote here just so we could see this. So y'all can understand what I'm talking about. Okay? And again, let me go into the chat while the poll is happening right now. Guys, there's 87 people concurrently right now. So anybody that's in here, go ahead and vote. Okay? And be truthful, right? This is just to find out what the audience is looking like, what you guys are feeling right now, where you at in your stage. So yeah. Let me see. Ran through here. IC Beauty says, yeah, any job is better than no job. I'll take 60K starting. Okay, yeah, nice. The Ghetto Blurred says, Joe, do you have any deals on your courses? Yes. Right now we have a 30% off. 30% off 7-day free trial. So basically you start 7 days for free. You don't have to pay anything. You don't get charged. And then from there, after 7 days, you get charged if you continue working with us. Okay. But guess what? You get 30% off on that. So you're not paying the full price. You're paying 30% off. Okay. So again, go ahead, guys. We got 38 votes. We need more votes. We got 93 people in here. Look at the poll right now. I want to know where you at right now on your stage. Got all the full stack skills? Yes, no job. Yes, currently working. No, I'm still a beginner. Give me the facts. We want to know the facts. Okay. Give me the facts, right? We want to go in and we want to see if we could get 100 votes, so we could have a clear understanding of where everybody's at. Okay, let me look through the chat. Let's see. Krypto says, shout out to Joe. Been watching recently for the past few weeks, relearning web development at the moment with the FCC, but your videos are very motivating. Hey, whatever I can do, bro. If I'm helping you out, keep you motivated, let's do it. You know, I always tell people like this. If you come to my platform, I'm going to take care of you. But if you go and learn somewhere else and you're getting results, go for it. I don't care, right? As long as you go in and you have success, right? But if you're not having success anywhere else, come to Coding Phase. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't be that dude that's slamming his head on the keyboard constantly, and then from there, still not getting results. And it's like, well, I'll try one more time. I'll try another thing one more time. Or guess what? Instead of me trying to get a job with what I know, let's go deeper. Like, I see people do this mistake all the time where they come in and they think like, it's like somebody who goes in and says, well, I can't get a job with an associate's degree. That's a 2-year degree, right? Cool. Let me go get my bachelor's. They go for the bachelor's, right? Then from there, they can't get a job with a bachelor's degree. And then they go in and say, well, let me go for my master's. Now they go for the master's. They can't find a job with their master's, and they think that if they get a PhD, they're going to get a master's or they're going to get a job, right? So it's like you're redoing the same thing, the same cycle. Now, if it's working for you, go for it. But if it's not working for you, you got to try the alternatives. You got to try something else because that road, that way, it's not working for you. And you can't be putting your life on hold until one day somebody comes in, you know, the fairy godmother, and comes and says, ta-da, you are now a full stack developer. If that shit is not working for you, you're not getting a job, you might as well get a job. Because when you come back with experience and you've actually done web development, then people is going to come in and take that skills that you have, that you, you basically built up as a quote unquote full stack developer. They go in and put weight on it. They put respect on it because now you're coming in with experience. You know, like shout out to the homie that's working on ESPN. You know how nice it is to come in and say, well, you know what? I was working as an Uber driver. Now I'm working at ESPN. Yeah, I'm not a full stack developer, but I'm making $85,000 managing the content of ESPN, working under Disney. Do you think his next position, right, where he goes in and he applies as a full stack developer, front end developer, whichever role he decides to go, do you think that title and that company on his resume is not going to hold weight for them to pay attention to him when he goes to the next interview? I'm going to ask you guys that. What do you guys think? Do you think that when you show up and you say, well, yeah, I was working for a year and a half at Disney under ESPN, and now I'm applying as a full stack developer for, let's say, I don't know, what's a good company? I don't know. Let's say Bloomberg, just to keep it simple. But now I'm applying to Bloomberg. You don't think that Disney on your resume holds some weight? Doing web development, having deadlines, working with a team, working with the marketing team, working with the designers, working with the creators. You don't think that shit holds weight? That's the thing that you got to understand. This whole system, right, works on who already gave you an opportunity, right? No one wants to take that risk, right? You could know everything. There's guys right now who are damn near geniuses at home in their mom's house, doing open source somewhere, right? Getting $2 donations with a sign saying, buy me a coffee, right? You could be that guy. You could be that genius. But guess what? If you're not making no money, you're not putting anything on your resume, you haven't worked anywhere, people are not looking at you the same way. They're not going to go in and say, well, this guy, we're going to let him lead a team at fucking Google. No, he got to go under somebody first. Somebody got to take that risk. You get what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. That's the real world. That's how this shit works. You know, I always give this example of someone who wants to be a chef, right? And they want to go work at, let's say, what's the name of Guy? It's a Guy Fury, Guy Hell's Kitchen, right? What's that guy's name? Show. What's the guy's name that does uh, the Hell's Kitchen show? Damn, what's the name of the freaking guy? Gordon, was it Gordon Ramsay? Gordon Ramsay, right? Let's say restaurants, right? Let's say you've been watching TV, right? You've been watching TV for years, right? And you want to go and work for Gordon Ramsay and you want to be one of the head chef. Do you think you're going to get there instantly? No. There's people that go in and start with washing dishes, cleaning, cleaning up the meat, getting shit out the freezer, right? They start from the bottom. That's how it is. That's how everything works. It's not that you come in unless you know somebody, right? Unless you know somebody and all the stars align perfectly, then you start at the top. But the majority of us, what I call pobre diablo, un pobre diablo. Pobre diablo means like a simpleton. A fucking simpleton, a fucking somebody that's just trying to make it in this world and trying to go up. We got to build ourselves up. We don't have access to who you know that owns a $10 million restaurant to come in and say, man, I'll put him on. That's my cousin. Nah, we don't have that. We got to build ourselves up. We start from the bottom. We go in, we start with washing dishes, cleaning up the meat, getting the meat from the freezer. Mr. Ramsay, what else do you want? Well, I need you to chop this fucking salad. Make me a Caesar salad. That's where you start at, making the Caesar salad. You don't touch the steak. You don't touch the filet mignon. Your job is starting with the Caesar salad. Make me a banging Caesar salad, and then from there, we'll see if you can you can fucking cut some potatoes and make a French fry. You got to start from somewhere. And that's the thing that we all have to understand. We got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, man, have all this shit been handed down to me? No. Do I have access to any of this shit that I want to accomplish? No. But guess what? I can make it happen. Some people make it happen instantly. Some of us, we're going to have to work towards it. But guess what? We're going to get there. That's the important part, right? I was watching, shout out to Renee. Shout out to my boy Renee. This is a great example. Renee, email developer. Let me see if I find his channel. Go subscribe to his channel, right? Can we get Renee's YouTube channel to 1,000 followers, right? Can we get this to 10,000 followers? Shout out to Renee, right? So Renee came to me a year ago, right? Came to me and was like, hey man, I want to get started, become a developer, right? And guess what? He had the skills. He was good. He came in, he's a hard worker, right? Go check out this video that he did in my email developer journey. You'll see his whole story right here, okay? My email developer journey. This shit almost made me cry. Not for nothing, because the way how he explained everything, it was like a movie. It's like I'm listening to him and I'm like envisioning everything. And also too, I was part of his movie. I was just a fucking extra character. I was walking around in the back in his movie, right? But this shit almost made me cry this morning watching this video, right? Because there's times that we ask ourselves, right? Hey man, why shit doesn't happen for me how it might happen for other people's, right? Renee didn't have the story of Henry. Renee had to grind it out for almost a damn near a year. Being qualified, Not like this guy sucked or he had to learn everything from scratch. No, this fucking guy was good. He was good from the beginning, from the jump. Came in, did everything that I told him, grinded it out. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it was in the interviews, I don't know if it was the places he was applying. I don't know, right? Because there's only so much that I could do, right? But his journey was a little bit longer. Now we have stories of guys like Henry. We could use Henry for every single situation. Like, well, look at this guy. He got a job in a month and a half. But then there's also situations where, like, Renee, it took him almost a year. Now, he could have quit halfway. He could have gave up. He could have said, "This is bullshit. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not gonna do this thing," right? And could have just gave up right there. But right where most people will go in and just give up and say, I'm just not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just continue doing whatever I was doing. If I was a truck driver, I'm just gonna be a truck driver. If I'm just a janitor, I'm just gonna be a janitor. Renee continued doing what he needed to do, improving his portfolio, improving his projects, applying to different companies. Guess what? Boom, got an opportunity. This is what I'm saying. Some of us, we're going to have to put in the work and we're going to have to, go through the stages. It's like me. Y'all think this shit is easy for me? Like all the shit that I had to go through? Like some of you guys have it really good now. Bro, I had to start for, I was lucky enough that I always had good portfolio. I always send out really good applications. And companies gave me a shot, right? Went to Twitter, went to Tumblr at the time. Guess what? I ain't make it. I ain't make the cut. Why? Because I didn't have the experience. I wasn't ready, but I was good enough that they already called me in. And I had to realize I had to come back home. I'll never forget that shit on the train. I'm taking the train back home and I'm like, yo, this shit sucks. I spent the whole year, I quit my job. I spent the whole year, learning everything about JavaScript, learning everything about the front end. And I'm still not good enough? What the hell? But guess what? When you applying to those big companies, they're not looking for just you being good. There's certain skills that you're missing, right? That's why a lot of people, they'll be like, man, I can't find a job. Yeah, bro, you're applying to the fucking biggest companies in the world. What do you expect? That it was going to be an easy ride, right? So someone like me, I have to go in and say, you know what? I need a job. I need to start working, right? I need to pay my bills because no one else is going to do it for me, right? So I come back home and I start looking online everywhere. Freaking Craigslist, Monster Jobs, freaking going through Google, searching on Google, just searching career website or career companies careers, right? And that way it will give me like all the different companies and their links to their career sections of their websites, and just going through it and applying to a bunch of shit, right? I found a job, got that job for $13 an hour. You tell that to somebody nowadays, they lose their mind. Because people are so entitled. They feel like everything's going to be given to you, right? $13 an hour. I go and work at this company. They hire me because I already have a background with selling products online. I already know HTML, CSS. I show them a bunch of shit, a bunch of JavaScript, a bunch of bullshit, right? It's like when you guys show up with a full stack application and a company is like, yo, we just need you to do some emails, bro. We don't need to see this shit. Right? Yeah, that's cute and all, but I need you to do this emails. I need you to manage this website, right? They don't care about none of that shit. They care about you doing a certain job. So I go in there with a bunch of fucking projects, not full stack, but like full with animations and all this crazy shit. And they're like, hey, this is cool. Look, man, we got a job for you, but $13 an hour. Is that going to be a problem? And I looked at myself and said, well, I don't got a job right now. I could always quit this job, but shit, I might as well get paid right now. So I took it, right? Took it, learned so much, learned about how basically all of this companies, Amazon, eBay, Overstock.com, at the time Sears.com, a whole bunch of other websites, right? How they work, how do you actually go in and do bulk uploads for products? And I was doing that every day. And I did that shit for probably like 2-3 months around there. But guess what? Because I took that job, I was able to find a front-end developer job. If I didn't take that job, I probably wouldn't even have a front-end developer job. Straight up. I would have still been at home waiting for the dream job at Twitter. When Twitter basically told me, you're great, but now you're going to have to go in and learn a bunch of algorithms. Then from there, you're going to have to learn a bunch of systems design, right? Questions. And then from there, come back with some experience. Imagine if me, at that time, I would have said, I'm going to just wait this out and I'm going to wait for this dream job. I would have been 2 years without a job. I stopped playing. I just went in, boom, got this product editor job, which you guys are lucky that those product editor jobs right now, they paying, at the lowest 55,000, 65,000 and up. That's like the easiest shit you could do. People could do that job with just basic HTML, CSS. Like straight up. Like it's not difficult at all. It's like posting on Facebook if you really think about it. That's like the most simplest thing that you could do in the world. But guess what? That's going to allow you to go to the next stage. And you have to understand that everyone has a different journey. You cannot base everything that you do on what you see on social media, on what some of these fucking people are getting, because you're not them. That's the shit that you don't understand. People be seeing dudes be like, look at this guy. He just got a Microsoft internship. He got this, and that, and this. These motherfuckers, they're papi and mommy kids. Even if they stayed a whole year at home without a job, they're fine. Somebody gonna pay their bills. Who's gonna pay your bills for a year and a half, 2 years? You probably got kids, got family. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that you gotta understand. So when you see opportunities like this, you gotta go for it and take it, right? And you can't stop what you already started. Another thing too, just like I was saying about Renee, that once you're on this journey, right, and you go on this journey to say, hey, I'm going to become this, I'm going to become a developer for this, I'm going to work for this company, you're going to get there. Now, is it going to be in a month? It could be in 6 months. But if you're consistent, you're going to get there. The problem with people is that they go in and say, well, I saw this guy online. He got this shit for in a month and a half, and I've been doing this shit for 3 months. The industry's saturated. I can't find a job. No, stupid. It's very simple. That's how the world works. Some fucking people, they catch a break. You don't know nobody's background. I had a lady in June that came in, right? She went over the content editing sections, right? Got a job within a month. Within a month. Like literally started like in June. By July, she was already working. But if I was to show you her profile, her portfolio, you be like, how does she get hired? What? I'm over here with a full stack application. I got this, and that. I know React, I know Clerk, I know Drizzle, I know TypeScript. Why I can't get a job? Why I'm not getting a break? You don't know nobody's background. She used to be a teacher, right? And then because she was already in the education system, she already had her fingerprints already done. She, because there's certain things, if you're going to work for a university, there's things that you're going to have to go through. You're going to have to have a clean history, work history. You can't be fucking getting locked up for random shit. You can't be touching kids out here doing some crazy shit. You got a crazy record, right? Like once they pull this shit in, this dude cannot work around kids. That he was Diddy's assistant? Nah, he can't work. You know what I mean? You show up there like, I used to be Diddy's assistant. You're not working in a university. You're not working in an educational system. You get what I'm saying? So No one knows her record, right? Her background, her what I call the Carfax, right? Yeah, she got hired like that, but that was her journey. She already comes with something in her background that allows her to go up. That don't mean that you gonna quit and you be like, well, I didn't get it in a month. No, stupid. You continue doing what you're doing, because once you have the skills, it's just about finding the company that's gonna give you that first shot. And this is where you improve every week. This is why we have the accountability meetings. Every single week I come in and I tell you, hey, improve this, improve that, fix this, fix that, right? Add this thing to your portfolio. Let's make sure that if they landed on your portfolio, you are at least talking to them. Shout out to who was it? I think Ashley, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Ashley or Shannon, one of the two sent me a video. Let me see, where is it? Well, we'll come up with David Freepon. Shout out to David Freepon, right? David Freepon, this is his website, right? This is his portfolio. Very nice portfolio. Got everything that he can do for a company. Got all the skills required for the roles that he was going for. Guess what? He's hired now. What he did different. Came in, did a case study. Project case study. This is just giving you a leg above everybody else, right? Showing that you actually know what you're talking about and that you can do the work. Guess what? You're about to leave? Ooh, sorry, before you leave, hey, let me introduce myself. These are the type of things that just make you stand out. This is the things that used to help me stand out. When I was like applying to jobs back in the day, I didn't have a degree in computer science. I didn't have nothing. But guess what? How did I get those interviews at Twitter and Tumblr? Very simple. I used to make a complete HTML, CSS email. There was ways that you could go in, because you know how it's difficult to send emails or like a custom email from Gmail. So this was my hack. I will go to a website where I could test the email, right? I will go in, send the email to myself, a test. Like I used to have like a whole HTML email. It looks like a professional, like, I don't know, like a website within your email. But it was like my whole resume, right? All my information, nice colors, original. It looked like a site, right? So I will go in and create all of that. When I used to go in and send it to the companies, they're already impressed because no one else is doing that shit. No one here has ever done that shit. I've never heard of anyone done that. I was already ahead of my fucking, we could say my colleagues in class, whoever the fuck was next to me, I'm way ahead of them. No one will go in and say, well, how can I create an experience when they go in and they open up their emails and they see my portfolio, my whole portfolio inside of the email, like a mini version of it. At that point, you're like, I got to pay attention. Who is this guy? Let's call him for an interview. See where he at. You get what I'm saying? But this is the same thing that guys like David Freepon, shout out to Ashley, who's also, you'll see her pretty soon in here. She about to get hired pretty soon. They're following the advice that I tell them. Is like, you got to stand out. All right? Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to Margarita. Okay. Let me see. I'm reading through the chat. I want to go into the actual, where is it? The poll. Okay, cool. So here we go. So this is the poll that we got. We got 78 votes. Okay, it says, got all the full stack skills. Yes, but no job, right? So 23% of the people that's in here, right? They have all those full stack skills, but they can't find a job, right? They're doing a bunch of courses, doing a bunch of work, and they can't find something that allows them to get in, right? And then we have 62% of the people that's in here, they're beginners, complete beginners, people who are coming in and saying, okay, what's the right way to do this? How do I get in? How do I go in and get my first job, right? Probably still, learning the basics of the front end. But they're smart enough to say, okay, let me listen to this guy. Let me pay attention to what this guy is showing here. Because guess what? If he could get me a job, right, before I even have to learn everything, shit, I'm already winning. Because there's already 23% of people that can't find a job and they did everything and they still can't find a job, right? Then you have 15% of people currently working. Those are the people that are actually, they got all the full stack skills and they have a job. But that's 15%. You get what I'm saying? That's a low minority. Now, again, why those numbers so low here? It's very simple. This channel is for beginners. This channel is to help people get into the game, right? You want to go in and you want to see more advanced topics and you know, trendy stuff, go check out my friend Theo. Shout out to Theo, T3. Go check him out. That's what he does. His content is for people that already got a job. His content is not for anybody that's trying to find a job. His content is 100% for people who is already working. That content's perfect for me. A beginner going through his content, to be honest with you, makes no sense because a lot of the stuff that he talks about, y'all don't qualify for. Y'all not part of those conversations. Now, it can elevate you to become a better developer, but you have to understand that the content is not geared towards you that's a beginner. It's geared towards people who already have experience already working in the industry. Okay. So yeah, when again, going back to what that guy said earlier, like, hey, do you have any like full stack application with AI and this and that? I could do all of that. I could do all of that shit with my eyes closed. That's what I'm doing right now with my own applications. But guess what? I want to get people results. I want to get people in, right? I don't make money from me doing a tutorial on YouTube and having 500,000 people watch it and then give me a like and be like, okay, great. No, I need to go in and get people results. And that's why I focus on the entry-level positions. I focus on content editing, email development, Shopify development. I focus on that for that specific reason. I'm trying to get people in, not just teach them, you know, whatever is out there trending. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of you learning a bunch of skills and you can't find a job? All right. Let me see. Reading through here in the chat. What's going on? Marley says, I got a couple of months ago, I got a job. I live in Italy. They said it was front-end job, but instead it was a boring analyst gist job. And 3 months have passed and I haven't done any work. And they basically pay me to do nothing. I'm already searching for a new job because I study front end and I want to keep increasing my programming skills instead of routing in a fake job. Any advice? I mean, go for it. If that's something that you want to do. Me personally, this is what I would do. I would love for somebody to pay me to do nothing. Straight up. Yeah. I would love for somebody to come in and say, yo, Joe, we got you here. Could you check out this links once a day? I would love to have that job. You know why? Because that allows me to go in and build other side income. When I'm done with my job, I'm not mentally strained. I'm not tired. I'm not nothing. I could work on my side income, which is a bigger and better investment than you working for a company full time and getting worked, right? Getting overworked. I'm going to be 100% honest, right? It's a way better return on investment. You go in and you build your own apps, maybe software as a service, right? Something. Sell a digital product, etc. Okay? So that's what I would do. But again, everyone's different. You know, some people they want to get tested. They want to go and work at a company where they're giving them a lot of work. This and that, and they're growing as developers. Everyone has a different point of view. Me personally, send me a link to that company. I know a couple of guys that would love to work and not do nothing, so they could come home and kill it on their own application. So when you're about to quit that job, send me the link so I could pass it on to somebody else. Yeah, so that's just me. Now, again, not everyone thinks like me. There's guys that's like, well, I gotta work at this company to work at this company to work at this company, go do leak code for 6, 7 months, and then go work at Google. Yeah, that's somebody else's journey. Me, I'd rather go in and work something simple so I could build my own shit, you know? And that's just how I look at it. The Kilk says, Joe, I live in Canada. Do you think I could use what I learned from Coding Face to get a job in Canada? Yes. Canada is much easier than somewhere in Europe, right? Or anywhere else in the world. Like if you're in Canada, Canada is almost damn near part of the U.S. Shout out to Sebastian Prosper, who right now is working at a company here in the U.S. He was in Canada and got a job in Canada. Then he found another job here in the U.S. And now I believe he's in Dominican Republic chilling. Like, so shout out to him, right? Sebastian Prosper, that's my boy. We just talked the other day on Instagram. And yeah, so he's from Canada, and plenty of students are from Canada on Coding Face. Let me see, reading through here. What's going on to my boy? My boy Kevin Mosley's in the house. I wish we had the little clap, like the crowd. Kevin Mosley's in the house. That's my boy. We got history. We done tore up Miami. We about to do some damage in Colombia. Let us touch down over there. Let me see, Joe. Let's see. Go to a ghetto blurb. Hey, do you recommend we do your courses on Mac or PC? You could do any of them, right? Mac is always going to be easier for you to go in and just set yourself up. Let me see. XYC says, like you teach proper full stack, which I don't see anyone doing. The nitty gritty, like post hot, Google Analytics, SEO, niche websites, portfolios focus, specifics, and everything. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like most people, they teach you how to code. They don't teach you to get a job. They teach you how to code. That's it. That's like if you go in and you say, well, I'm gonna buy a book on JavaScript, right? That book is going to be a good book and it could teach you JavaScript, but that doesn't teach you how to get a job as a JavaScript developer, because there's multiple skills that you need to have to get hired as a front-end developer or Node.js developer. People just think it's like, well, I just know the programming language or I know the framework and that's it. That guarantees me to get hired, right? But it doesn't work like that. That's why I shifted away from that. You know, back in the days, I remember, guys, I've been doing this shit for 7 years, right? Y'all saw me in here mad skinny, right, when I came in, to getting mad fat, to then now getting skinny again, right? So y'all seen the whole transition. Y'all seen when my first son was born to now I got 4 kids. Shit, you know what I mean? It would have been 5th kid if we didn't close the factory. But y'all seen the whole process, right? Over the years, I've been perfecting this concept of teaching people online, right? And teaching people how to get a job. And in the beginning, this is what I used to do. I used to go in and have a coding phase. I used to have what I call the gold membership, right? That used to be like the main thing. And it will be just a bunch of courses. Then over time, I realized, okay, cool. People can purchase the course and they could buy it for $50, you know, $30. I do a 25% off. People buy it for $15. Guess what that did? That brought thousands and thousands of people that wasn't going to do shit, right? And you want to say, Joe, how could you say that? Well, it's very simple, right? There's people that come in, same way how you go to Udemy and you purchase a course, and they're expecting that with one course, that's going to cover everything that it takes to get a job. And it doesn't. Then you have people who basically you come in and you make it so cheap that there's no investment for them to do anything. Because you go in, if I go in, I make codingphase.com $5 right now. I guarantee you, not even half of the people will sign up in here. One, because they'll be like, this shit $5. What the hell? There's something wrong with it, right? That's just $5, right? And then there's people that will go in and say, well, I maybe it's good. Let me try it out. But because it's $5, I don't feel like there's no investment in here. Like maybe I'll finish it, right? I'm only paying $5, right? The moment I realized, guess what? We need to filter out that amount of people that we used to have. We used to have 14,000 people. I've brought it down now to I think it's like 4,000 or 5,000 people. So we basically got rid of 10,000 people that wasn't doing shit. Because my platform is not for people to come in and just sign up. I want to get you results. I don't want you in my platform unless you want to get results. I'm not here to teach you one skill. I want you to get a job. I want you to go in, learn skills that you can monetize over the years, and I want you to set up your own business so you don't have to work for anybody else, right? So I went in and I said, you know what? We got to go and we got to put this into developer bundles or career bundles and say, okay, these are the courses that you need to be able to get this job, okay? We did that like around 2019, right? And we started seeing more results because people were coming in, purchasing the whole bundle and then doing all the courses. Then I said, you know what? Let's take it up a notch. How about we go in and basically give access to the whole platform, every single course, every single bundle, every single thing, right? That's the Diamond membership, right? We brought that in 2020, 2021. Then from there, we took it up a notch and we started the Tech Accelerator. Now, the Tech Accelerator is, these are the courses you got to take, and these is the order of career paths that you need to take to have a good career and a good transition of growth. We did that, and that was amazing. Then from there, I said, I got to take it up a notch. Because as I'm seeing people coming in the Tech Accelerator, I started noticing people don't know how to apply to jobs. People don't know which jobs they qualify for, right? People don't really know how their portfolios is supposed to be. So now let's go in and do that. Let's give them the type of portfolio they need to have, every project that they need to add to it, right? And guess what? I'm going to also search for the jobs for them and give them the list so they could just apply through there. So when they go to work every single day, they come home and they have a list of jobs that they need to apply to. They don't waste time looking around, oh, which job should I apply to? No, it's like, we already did that for you. Here you go. And that way, now we get way more even results than before. Because at this point, you can't fuck up, right? If we leave it to the person to just buy one course, they don't know what to do with it. One course is like teaching you the ABCs. But you want to write a New York Times bestseller. You need to know how to write an essay, how to write a good, engaging story. You need to know where to buy, get a company to come in and create the books for you, right? Print the books for you. You need to have a publishing company so they could distribute it. You need to have your audiobook. You need to have your book on Amazon. There's a lot of steps for you to be a New York Times bestseller. It's not just learn the ABCs. So as you can see, that's the whole process. That's why we go in and when you say, hey, I like you're teaching proper full stack. Yes, this is the whole point. We're getting you to become a full stack developer so you can be like someone like me. I could go in and apply to every single type of job that has to do with the web. I could do front end. I could do content. I could do email development. I could go in and freaking do back end. I could do the full stack. Whatever you want me to do, I could do it. So I don't have to struggle finding a job. I just go in and do HTML and I could apply to every fucking job that's in there. By the time you go through the whole Tech Accelerator, that's the level that you're going to be at. Same level as me. Not saying that I'm like the smartest guy in the world or this is not. It's just a way to learn every type of web development or every category of web development so you could literally have the options that most developers don't have. They're stuck into one little bubble, one little framework, one little language, and that's all they can do. I was talking to, I'm not going to say the person's name, but some dude, and was a student from Coding Phase, and right now he had quit his job. I don't know if they let him go. He said he quit it, but you know how it is. Motherfuckers be like, "Yo, I quit the job." They let you go, bro. Stop playing. just be honest, right? So he's telling me that, yeah, man, I'm looking for a job, but I haven't been able to find a job. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, what jobs you're applying to? Well, I'm sticking to React. I'm like, all right, cool. That's the problem right there. You shouldn't have to stick to React. You should be a developer that can literally apply to every role that has to do with the web. That's what a web developer is. Now, if you want to be a one-trick pony, yes, you're going to be limited. Because guess what? Especially with that one, everyone wants to do React because that's all they learned. So now you're competing with people that got laid off. You're competing with guys that are starting straight out of college. You're competing with the guy that is a Udemy master. You competing with the guy that's on YouTube doing shit for free. You're competing with the guy that's on free code camp. You're competing with the guy that did a free trial on Codecademy, and now he thinks he could be applying to a React developer position, right? So you're competing with everybody because that's all they know. But if you would have paid attention and did what I told you years ago, you could pretty much apply to every role that's out there. And you would have had a job in less than 2 weeks. It's that easy. But what do I know? I'm just a random dude with a hat on. So, yeah. Let's continue with this. Let me see. Brand name, Margarita, brand names on your resume, certain holds weight. Yeah, of course. Gordon Ramsay. That was the name of the guy. Or Ramsey Gordon. Gordon Ramsay or Ramsey Gordon. One of the two. Let me see. What's up? Yeah, definitely go subscribe to Renee, man. Go subscribe to Renee. Go subscribe to my boy Kevin Mosley, doing a lot of good things. When they say, I got emotional making that video. Yeah, bro, I almost cried. Like, I don't know. I get emotional when I see shit like that because I'm like, I know what you went through because I've been through it. And then that moment when it's like everything clicks and everything starts working for you. Like, it's a great feeling. And then on top of that, me being part of your story of like, helping you out through this process. And I've seen the process. It's like you, Eric, right? Guys that y'all never stopped. Y'all kept going. Most people, they come in and they're like, I ain't got a job in a month. And then you see them and you're like, yo, what you doing now? Well, now I'm studying Python and I'm studying AI. And I'm like, if you couldn't find a job as a content editor, you're definitely not going to fucking find a job as a Python developer. Like, yo, I'm like this. I'm like talking to one dude that came last year. Right? Came last year. I tell him, do this portfolio. I tell him what type of portfolio to do, what type of projects to do. He thinks he knows better. He thinks he knows more than me, that this is my job. This is what I fucking dedicated my life to helping people get into the game. And I'm constantly doing research and testing things out, right? He thinks he knows more than me. I say, all right, cool. Goes in, does a portfolio, a bunch of animations, a bunch of random shit. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, yeah, all right, he's not going to get a job. Boom, goes in, doesn't follow the formula that I give him to do for the portfolio. He goes in and does one of those portfolios that have the menus on the left side and then the page changes on the right side. Those portfolios, they fucking... If you have a portfolio like that, just throw your whole laptop away. Throw that shit out the window. Those portfolios are the ones that have the least engagement. I've been testing this shit out. I apply to jobs. I look at my students. I've been doing this shit for 7 years. And I'm telling this, bro, follow the formula. Have a nice top section. Have your skills. Have your about section. Have your projects. That's it. This guy want to have a fucking menu on the left side. Those type of websites, they haven't been around since like 2014. No one has menus on the left side. That's just not, no one does that since 2014, 2013. When you see those templates on Team Forest, they're selling them for $7 and they give you 3 other ones for free. No one wants them for a fucking reason. And this guy goes in and he does whatever he wants. I said, all right, cool. He's not going to get a job. Goes in, continue applying. A month later, I haven't gotten no interviews. Did you follow what I told you? Yeah, but it's a portfolio. It has everything here. I did my project. Did you fucking... Of course, I'm not cursing him, but in my head, I'm like, yo, did you fucking follow what I told you? At the end, I left him alone. I said, bro, you got to follow what I tell you. If not, then you're basically doing the same thing that you was doing before. You was jumping from tutorial to tutorial and somehow doing some Frankenstein shit on your portfolio. Boom. No job. Goes in, I get the notification. I get notifications from everybody. When somebody comes in, when somebody cancels, when somebody comes, puts it on pause, when somebody hasn't logged in more than 10 days, I got notifications on everybody. Because that way I know if you're playing around, if you're going to come in and do some work, or I shouldn't even worry about you because I already know you haven't even logged in 10 days. So at this point, I'm not paying attention to you. I got to give my attention to a student that actually needs it and wants that work, right? So I got notifications on everything. I see the dude, boom, cancels. I said, ta-da, cool, fine. Came in, did basically a month, right? A month and then applied for like 2-3 weeks. Goes, does his own thing. The other day, not the other day, maybe like 2 months ago, goes in and sends me a link to his portfolio. He's still doing the same shit, same type of portfolio, right? This is like from last year. It's already been a year. He hasn't gotten a job, hasn't done shit, right? And sends me a portfolio. Hey, could you review my portfolio real quick? First thing that I looked at, I said, it's the same fucking mistake that you was doing last year. Now you have a whole bunch of Python jobs, Python applications in here. Some of them you can't even fucking see it visually, right? You don't have a video. You have a screenshot. Yeah, I decided I'm going to go more with Python. There's AI, and I want to invest to my future, this, and that. I said, all right, bro, good luck. And then he sent me an email telling me back like, hey man, you're not gonna give me like a review. What should I fix? I'm like, you're not my student. I just sent them a fucking message like, yo, you're not my student. I don't have time to be going back and forth creating a video for you to explain everything that I already told you, right? You're not part of coding phase. Why are you emailing me? Like straight up, why are you emailing me for me to do work for you for free? And then on top of that, even if I give you an advice, you're not going to follow it. You have to understand this. If you can't find a job as a content editor, email developer, getting a Python job is a fucking pipe dream. That shit is a pipe dream. You can't even get a job with the most simplest thing that you could do in the web. And you think you're going to find a job in Python? The people that get hired in Python usually have a degree, have real applications, and actually can demonstrate the skills in an interview and can talk about their projects. If you don't have none of them shits, going to Python is the worst mistake that you could do. Because it's not about just knowing the language. There's things that you need to have to be able to get a job in that field. But again, what do I know? I'm just a random dude with a hat on. So yeah, a year fucking later, still didn't fucking find a job. Still fucking jumping from this to this to this to this. And it's like, bro, you could have been working. You could have been hired. You could have been getting your shit. But some people, they don't listen. They do whatever they want to do. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in here. Paris Johnson. What's up? Margarita, yo, the easiest job ever. Yeah, it is. It's the easiest job you could get. There's no Diddy zone. Yeah, man. Yo, man, shit is crazy. Let me see. Yeah, I think I answered that one already. I'm just going through the chat before we get out of here. QZ, any updates for the XR development course? I probably was the only student interested in. That's one of the problems. There's not that much interest in it. I'm still doing more stuff for it, but right now I'm like really focusing on, like I said, on helping people get the first job. You know, because right now it's like this is not a season where we at right now in society. Right now, it's not a season of let me start learning just random cool shit. A lot of people struggling. A lot of people, they need a job. They need a better job. They need to have more work-life balance. So there's certain things that I want to do, but then I have to put it on a balance and say, okay, which one's gonna be better for the people that's coming in? I could go in and do I got the MetaQuest 3, I got the Vision Pro right here, right? We ready. But the truth is, people don't got money like that. I can't go in and focus on something that people won't be able to generate income right now. So it will be a great course for like mid-level, senior level developers. But let's also be honest, mid-level, senior level developers, they don't really need the help. Very few people that is at a certain level searches for help. So it's like when you go in and do like a course like that takes mad long. There's a lot of skills that you got to teach. Like, it's not gonna be easy. That's why I kind of took a break on it. I want to, but I gotta put everything in a balance. What makes sense. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's in here. By the way, if you still haven't checked this out, okay? If you still haven't checked this out, on the description of this video, there's a link right there. Okay. You can start codingphase.com today. Literally, you don't have to pay for nothing. You get 7 days free. Okay. You get to try it out, get to come to one of the accountability meetings, get to get one of your portfolios reviewed by me, right? You got this whole week, right? Whole week, put me to work. Let's see what you got. Let's see where you at, and let's see if we could really help you out. Get access to every single course on Coding Phase, okay? And guess what? All of this for $70. This is like paying a gym membership. Planet Fitness is more expensive than this. LA Fitness is more expensive than this. Okay? This right here could literally change your life in the next 6 months. You could have a whole different transition, right? You could go a whole different way. Okay? Again, for those of you guys that want to upgrade to the 6 month subscription, $262, right? Dirt cheap, right? You could do that. Again, do the yearly, do the monthly, whatever makes sense, right? You could start with a free trial, right? And then from there you could always upgrade. But take advantage. That free trial is not gonna be there forever. We only doing this for a limited time only, just to get the people that's in the fence, the people that they don't want to spend for shit, they don't want to spend $1. There's no excuse now. Come in, right? You don't want to spend $1. You don't think that it's valuable to get this information, learn the skills. You don't see the value of it yet. Cool, come in, try it for free, right? You don't spend $1, right? And then from there, if you see that there's value in it, keep it. If not, cancel it and keep it moving. And good luck with what you're doing. You're doing great, right? Now, again, there's no excuse. That's why I put it in there. I said, you know what? Let me go in. I haven't done a free trial in probably like 4 years. So there we go. Okay, let me see. Shout out to everybody in here. Wissy 17 said, I like to take that job when he passed it up. I know, me too. Shit. Send me the link. So I don't mind getting an extra bag. If you don't do no work at your job, great. Pass that shit on. Let me see. Drumsy says, should you lie about your location on application so you get past the ATS systems? It depends. wouldn't suggest lying or anything there, but if I mean, if they're looking for specific areas, then there's nothing that you can do. Even if you lie, when they come in and they ask you for your information, your address, you're gonna have to give them your information. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense. Like to lie about your address, that's not the address is not the problem that you're having. Okay? Let me see reading through here. Intern name says, "Que lo que, primo? Que lo que?" What's going on? 2017 Joe right now, right? Let me see. Da-da. Reading through here. Da-da-da. What's up, Joe? Thanks for the advice. Got me a job. Being in here for 2 years, chilling, living comfortably. Hey, congrats on that, bro. Send me an email so we could add you to the Hall of Fame, man. There's so many people that get hired. They come through coding phase. They get hired. We don't see them again. Come through. Share your story in the Hall of Fame, bro. Not only does it do something good for you, right? Just for your own brand. Also, too, for the students that get to see your story. And at the same time, it also helps me out, too. Because there's so many people that got hired, but I don't like to press people. I'm not the type of guy that comes in like, I'm going to send you a million emails. Send me a testimonial. Send me a Hall of Fame. Nah, you do that shit if you want to. But if you can, go ahead. Send me a testimonial, a little something. Shout out to yo. There's people that I don't know, man. I do so much shit here for people that people don't even know. People don't even see it. There was this girl who hit me up, right? Hit me up. She's not even one of my students. She don't even. I'm not connected to her. She comes in, sends me a portfolio, tells me, "Hey man, could you review my portfolio? Can you help me fix it up?" I go in. I told her exactly what to fix. Told her this is the type of template you need to do. Da da da. And then I told her like the projects that she needed to have and like what were the tools that she needed to use to be able to track how many people are going to her site and how to improve it. And that shit, that was like a 3 paragraph thing, like that with no chat GPT. That was just like me giving her great feedback. Then she hits me up like 2 months later. Hey Joe, thank you for everything. Everything that you said was true. Once I fixed my portfolio, I follow everything that you told me, and I looked at the portfolio, and it was exactly what I told her. She followed the directions, and I said, "Oh man, congratulations! I would love it for you to, share a little something in the Hall of Fame, right? How because all of the tips that I gave you is exactly what we do in the portfolio blueprint, right? And in the tech accelerator, I just gave the whole game, basically. To this day, I'm waiting for her to respond back. Yo, should be crazy. That's like the people you do you know that most of the people that have given free MacBook Pros, right? This should be crazy, bro. Like some people got no, I don't know. To me, I feel like some people got no morals. Like most of the people that have given MacBook Pros over the years, right? And I've given a lot of them over the years, none of those people have ever came back to coding phase. Have never came back, show love, left a testimonial, have gotten high, like they've gotten hired. I see my projects that I gave them in their portfolios, like, and I even gave them a free MacBook Pro. Them shits is expensive. Like I'm not gonna lie, I spend a lot of money every time I give them shits out. Most of them never even come back, not even to say thank you or to even come show some love. I remember one of the girls I went from Connecticut. I took a flight, flew to Miami to deliver it personally. That's why I stopped doing it. I've never heard from that girl. Now again, you don't owe me nothing. I'm not giving you something so you could give me something, but it's just a gesture. Like, hey man, thank you for everything. Hey man, I appreciate it. Hey, you know what? I see that you have the Hall of Fame. Let me share my story. Shit, a motherfucker spent thousands of dollars, like just on that trip from Miami. I spent like $5,000 to go over there, rent a spot right there downtown. Wanted her to come, come chill with us in a nice area, nice place. I've never heard from that girl. And right now I got another MacBook Pro that I'm gonna give away for Black Friday. But there's days I'll be like, yo, I don't know how people walk around in this world. Like they're just like, I don't know. Like people are just not nice. I don't know. I guess because I'm a nice person, but people is just like, I don't know, man. Like they don't move like I move. Because everybody that has ever helped me or have given me something or have helped me put me in positions, I'm like super grateful. I still hit them up. I got people that, gave me a reference letter in like 2014, 2015. I saw that they had a baby the other day. I sent them a whole gift for them and the baby. That was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Not even almost 10 years ago. And I'm still sending shit to people that have helped me out, that show me love. Should be crazy. The game is crazy. Like you have to love doing what you do to continue doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's why when people hit me up, it's like, hey man, could you do a portfolio review? Nah. Not because I don't want to. It's because people, they don't appreciate it. You go in and take 30 minutes out of your day to go in and do something for them. They don't even say a thank you. And it be like that. Shit be crazy. But yeah, man, I enjoy this shit because then moments like, like Renee getting hired, Margarita doing her thing, killing it, freelancing, that always coming here, you know, Kyle that's about to get hired soon, Eric Aguayo killing it right now. Those people come back and always show love. John De Lorenzo always comes through, shows love. You know what I mean? Those are the people like that motivate me and keep me doing what I continue to do. Because I do it for those type of people. Vulcan says, ran off on the plug. Word. How about the dude he was waiting for his money back? That was a crazy story. Dude changed his social media. Yeah, that's wild, right? Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know that story, there was a dude that I go in. This dude was literally a bum, literally homeless, right? Literally like he's like he sends me pictures of him living in his fucking car, a whole bunch of shit. I feel bad for him. I go in, I say, hey man, don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna give you the whole platform for free. You could come to my meetings. You could send me your email of your portfolio, all the work. Just go through the courses, do all this stuff. And whatever, he goes in and he ends up getting hired, right? He ends up getting hired, and mind you, I already follow him on social media because he followed me. So I see on Instagram, right? But mind you, before that, the dude was like, "Yo, Joe, can you please help me out? Can you this and that? Once I get hired, I'm gonna pay you back, and this is, bro, I'm gonna buy a lifetime membership. This is and that." You know how motherfuckers be. I'm gonna buy a lifetime membership. I'm like, bro, you don't have to do that. Just come in. Look, I see your situation is crazy. Let me help you out. I go in, help the dude out for like 6 months. Then I see on my Instagram, I'm just swiping through Instagram, and he's there, like with the little champagne bottle thing, emoji. He's like, I got hired, this, and that, right? I'm like, oh shit. And I write down on the comments, congratulations, bro. That's what's up. Da da da. Man, I told you could do it. That was the last time I saw that dude. I got blocked. Then I'm like, wait, did he delete his shit? Boom. Because then from there, I was going to send him a message to like, I was going to send him a message to be like, yo, congratulations. Where did you get hired at? You know, like just to find out. Just to be like, yo, shit, you know, congrats. Dude goes in, boom, I can't find him. I'm like, no way. I'm like, there's no way he blocked me. All I'm saying is congratulations. But I know how a bum ass dude could fucking think in his head. He's like, damn, he about to charge me. I just got hired now. He about to charge me that lifetime. You bum. Shit like that pisses me off. But I'm like, yo, how you block me? When I go out my way, do mad shit, when he needed a reference, fucking company calls me up. I spent 30 minutes talking good about this fucking guy. The dude blocked me because in his head he's thinking, damn, he just found out I got a job. He gonna want to charge me what you know, for the work he put in the last 6 months. You fucking bum. This is why you're where you at. This is how you ended up being a fucking bum. It's the energy. You can't move like that in this world. All that shit comes back to you. That's like if I give you food and then it's fine. You don't have to pay me for the fucking food, but I fed you. Least you could say is like, yo, thank you for the plate. But to come back and like, you see me crossing, me and you walking down the street, now you good, you cross the street because you see me. That's basically what you did. I fed you. You know what I mean? Went out of my way to feed your bum ass, and you go in and do some disrespectful shit like that for some little dollars. Like, I don't care about that shit. You think I'm gonna? You was a fucking bum. I wasn't gonna fucking charge you. You just getting your life together. But that shit did piss me off because I put in mad work on that dude, and it's just like a slap to my face. That's like 6 months of your life that you're not gonna get back. And that dude for doing something like that is like, bro, this is why karma comes back to you. You end up going through situations like that. Hopefully you could keep that job and you don't end up again in your fucking car. And I think sometimes he be popping up in here because I be seeing like little likes. Like he gives a like to a video and he unlikes it. I get the notification, you dummy. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, like you shouldn't even watch this channel no more. You shouldn't be watching my channel if you're disrespectful like that. Because you think you ran up off on the plug. It doesn't matter to me because I fucking continue doing what I got to do. But it's just like you do bad shit. And again, it sounds petty and shit. Like, oh, Joe, he just blocked you. Nah, he blocked me after I fucking helped him. And in his head, he thought that I was going to charge him. I'm just saying congratulations. You dummy. Like, why would I go in and be like, yo, a dude that's just getting on his feet, how would I look like to be like, yo, let me get that bread for the last 6 months? He's just getting on his feet. I'm just saying congratulations. You get what I'm saying? But that's the type of people. Sometimes you want to help people, but how can you when you keep getting people like that they just like, you know, because it's easy. It's like, you know, I'm never going to meet this guy, never going to see this guy in the street. He's never going to know where I live, man. You know what I mean? So it's like I could just run over on the plug. That's it. Thank you for your services. And it's fine. But all I'm saying is congratulations. And you off that alone, you're like, hold on, I got to get out of here. I got to get get me the fuck out of here. He about to charge me. I see, like, yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, bro, it should be crazy. It'd be like that. That's the internet, you know. Pull a Manolo. Shout out to Manolo and other girls, man. Yeah, man. I told you you could have gotten my number. I don't do it for everybody, but yeah, I would have given you my number and say, hey man, you could use me as a reference. But that's the reason why I don't do it no more for everybody. Because of that one dude. Gave him a crackhead deal and the crackhead ran off with my TV. You gotta forgive him, Joe. I forgive him. I just don't forget. Crack him up. Yeah, bro. That shit was crazy to me. To this day, I'm still like, yo, you give six, but shit like that happens all the time, bro. You know, because there's people that you go in, there's people that I've seen stories like that online, like on social media, where people come in, they take somebody in, they bring them to their home, and then that person goes and steals their jewelry or leaves or whatever, and then they never talk to that family that took them in. And I was like, damn, this shit, I feel used. That was the only thing that hurt me. To this day, it still hurt me because it's like, you used me, and then not even a fucking thank you. Like that's crazy, bro. Crackhead morals. Yeah, bro. I don't know. God bless him. But yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here, guys. Um, yeah, we're gonna continue helping people out. We don't stop. It's just now, everyone that knows me that been with me for years, y'all know like how open I was with everybody and doing mad shit for everybody. And doing like crazy discounts and doing all this shit and helping people out and it's like, yo, bro, let's do this shit for free, blah, 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 and don't worry, you got me when you get hired because I know what skills you got. Those days is over, bro. Like I can't work for nobody for free, like because people don't even fucking appreciate it. They don't even say thank you at the end. Don't even leave a testimonial or nothing or shit. Even with the laptops, that shit pisses me off every time I go in and because I gotta go through like my taxes and all the stuff, and I'm like, damn, I spent like 14,000 on laptop. I fucking spend like mad money when I used to be buying like Udemy courses. I didn't even have courses. I would just go in. Someone will come to me, right? In 2017, someone will come to me and say, hey man, I want to learn how to code. I didn't have courses. I didn't teach courses. So I say, you know what? This is the things that you got to learn. And I will find different courses from different platforms that were the best ones. And I will create a whole curriculum for that person. And if the person didn't have the money, I would just go in and buy it for them. And that would be like maybe like, $150 or something like that. And I just give it to them. I ain't never get a thank you or money back or nothing. Y'all could look back on the 2017 live streams and videos that we had there. Like, shit, I used to do mad crazy shit. I mean, now I can't do it like that, like how I used to. I got kids. Like, if I'm gonna give somebody money, I'm gonna give it to my kids. But yeah, man, shit be crazy like that. But again, guys, anybody that's in here, man, trust me. When you come to Coding Phase, I'm gonna take care of you. This is what I do. This is my passion. This is what I like to do, helping people out, helping them get into the game. Again, you can start with a 7-day free trial. Come try the service out. You don't like it, hey, you could bounce. You enjoy it, you could stick with us, right? And we got you in the next few months. You're gonna be in a new position, new career. Again, but you have to do the work. Please don't sign up unless you want to do the work and understand that you gotta follow what I tell you, right? Like if you're coming to me, it's because you're gonna trust the process. I've helped enough people where you could say, damn, this guy has done it for enough people that I could trust what he has. So just come in, trust what I got over here on Coding Phase, and just follow and trust the process. That's it. You're gonna get your results. But you just gotta come in and and do the work, please. All right. Let me see. Man said, yo, how much you gonna charge me to put you down as a reference? Nah, I don't do it for everybody, bro. I do it for certain people. I gotta know you. I gotta know the work ethic that you have. What type of work have you done? Have I worked with you? Have I worked with you on again the coding phase tech accelerator? Have you been coming every week? You get what I'm saying? Like, because I can't just go in and be like, yo, I just found some random doing the internet. Yeah, give him my number and tell him to call me. Like, no, I gotta see your work because my name is on that reference. I gotta vouch for you. You get what I'm saying? I gotta vouch for you. J Dude's like, yo, it's gonna cost you a lifetime membership. Yo, shout out to J Dude. That was a good one. This shit gonna cost you a lifetime membership. This shit, dude comes back and he's like, yo, I go in, he gets hired. He's like, yo, congratulations. Me 11, me 11 is like, blocked. Yeah, I can bet the dude's from India. Nah, he wasn't from India. He was from California. California, one of these Californian dudes living in the car. And you know what I mean? I helped him out. I did everything that I did to do. I needed to do. Like, you know, God bless him. I hope that he's doing good, you know. But, you know, crackhead morals is crazy out here. It's crazy rampant. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again. Codingphase.com. Take care. Love you guys.